All right, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house is blessing your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're live in the Most High in your house as body too. We're naturally live, man. I want to get into this real quick, man, because I was thinking about this too. You know, I remember actually, because the brother sent me the first one. Shout out to him. Because he was talking about this yesterday, and in the class, in the class on the video, and also too, I was watching Power last night. I got finished watching it because I fell asleep during. I shouldn't have been up that long, but this daylight saving stuff is crazy. But because I thought I woke up at 8:41. I thought I woke up early, but pretty much I woke up later than I thought. But yeah, so I was watching that. But point being is that, man, listen, honestly, man, because he was talking about this yesterday, man. It's good to sometimes just hold your peace and, man, let the Lord, let the Most High Yahshua fight for you, man. And shout out to brother Kwame Call, Shalom, Aka Warren, Elijah, man, because they bring that out a lot. But yeah, man, just hold your peace and let the Lord fight for you, man. Or Proverbs says, a prudent man foreseeth evil and he hideth himself, man. Like a lot of times too, man, just like we always go into, man. Your house, I knew what Judas was going to do the whole time, but certain times, you don't have always I was always talking about this even before I came to the word, even to this day, I was always telling my people, always talking about this. Everything doesn't need to be said. Certain times, man, you can see, somebody's going to do something a month or a week or like a year or 2 years before they even do it, man. A year before they do it, that. Shoot, that's just coming from being from environments like a lot of times our people even come from I wasn't I grew up I was in industries, but I grew up around that environment, man. I was like that Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City, man. I wasn't in that, but I knew a lot of people was in that. But man, just listen, you learn, especially being here from Philly. I'm pretty sure wherever y'all brothers and sisters at, scattered throughout the four corners of Earth, man. If you come from that environment, man, you know how to move. Also, too, I lived in the suburbs, even the cul-de-sac and the illest parts of the hood, so that's just is what it is. And a lot of times you learn how to move and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's why we talked about that video a while back when I did that wire scene. We really got to be, be not ignorant of anything, man, or keep your head on swivel, man, or just yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. But a lot of times too, let's get this from Proverbs 20:22. Yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. Everything doesn't need to be said. Or sometimes, man, it's hold your peace, man. You don't need to always have to that's what James says. When you can't bridle your tongue, or Sirach says, arrow sticketh in the thigh. When you just always have to say something, or that's why Proverbs says, listen, answer a fool according to. They don't even answer a fool according to folly. Sometimes there's times to respond, there's times to not. Just sometimes just let things play out, man. I was watching the clip of AZ, man. I think actually it's his birthday. That's crazy, but AZ, the rapper AZ from Brooklyn, well, really Queens affiliated too, but really from Brooklyn, man. Legendary rapper, man. He was on Drink Champs, and Nori asked him about the Firm album, if that Firm will ever get do a reunion album. He said, or if he will, no, he said, who would you bring to do a Firm album again? He said, man, he said something very key, man. He says, no, I'm gonna let the situation decide it, man, because whoever is on board is gonna come, man. Certain things pretty much what he's saying in a roundabout way. He's saying just let things play out. Sometimes you get the answer by letting the situation just happen. I'm not saying you don't do anything, but certain times you just hold your peace and let the chips fall where they may. Let the cards, where the dominoes fall, let the dominoes fall where they may, man. Actually, no, I was watching X-Men: The Last Stand, last week, man. But the Shout Out to Brother Chronicles of Judah, he did a series on this on his YouTube and Patreon years ago. But Magneto said, in the scene in the movie, he said, man, let the pawns go first, man. Sometimes you just gotta let things play out, man. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, let's get this Proverbs 22 and 3. It says, the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and is punished. So yeah. Yeah, man, but you know what it is too, cause I'm no other stance. Two things can be true. We always say, the saying goes, you can walk in true God, man. Cause listen, man, I was watching a video. I think we had talked about this. I brought the channel up. The Vile. It's called the Vile Eye. The Vile. The Vile. And the guy goes into the Edomite. The guy white guy. He goes into the psychology of different movie, TV, video game, anime villains, and sometimes real people. Man, he just goes in psychology of it. And one of the videos I was watching like a few months back was the one about Stringer Bell from The Wire. And in the comments, somebody said something very key, like I never even thought about this way. He said the person said, "Listen, my father told me, listen, never be the smartest person in the room. Yeah, it'll fill up your ego pretty much, man. But but you start to underestimate people. Even the slightest things you'll underestimate, man, and that's very true to a degree as well. Because the word even goes into that. Like I was thinking about this on the train like a week or so ago. But but also too, here's the difference with that. Because can you be the smartest in the room? Yes, but also too, what makes it even without ego. Because listen, you can't put anything past anybody. Because listen, just people gonna do what they're gonna do, man. People gonna move how they move, but but what makes it different in that, because listen, somebody can be smart in the room, but the key thing is that with that is humility, man. Because because a lot of times too, people want to be like, and that's why Jeremiah says this. Let's get this in Jeremiah, man. That's why Jeremiah says, don't glory in your wisdom, man. Because one, the wisdom comes from the Most High Yahushua, but also too, man, shoot, even if you're in the word or not, man, because everything that the Most High, even good qualities you brothers and sisters have, even some the good qualities that I did have, like I do have before, like before I came to word, that was all of the Lord. Like it's not anything of my own doing. Even how much more, even now, like the little small things I do know in this word, man. Like it's just all of the Most High House. It's not on my own merit. So like I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters can attest to that for yourselves as well. Even people outside the word, man. Like and that's why I get, like, even though we talked about the gifts of the Lord's out repentance, and like what that actually means, like contextually, but we did a video on that. It's talking about really who the Most High calls and chooses. That's really of Him. But but on a natural sense, man, when people have certain things, good qualities about them, that's all the stuff that the Lord gives them, whether they believe or not. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the richest man glory in his riches. Yeah, but this is this is the key scripture, man. Like one of the classic. But let him that glorieth in this, he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. And for these things I delight, saith the Lord. So and that lines up with that Exodus 34:6, Numbers 14:18. Also too, the Matthew 23:23, like the way matters of the law, man. But man, it's all the quality of the Most High House, glory in that, man. Like that's why Proverbs says it's not good to seek his own glory. It's not good to want to be the smartest person in the room, like as far as like the different, like you can, but it all comes down to one, like your faith in Most High House, or one, even in that, especially in the word, your faith in the Most High House, even outside the word, even on the natural tip, like if you're just humble, man, like because that's what's all right. Well, in 20, what we about to go into, but even in the Power episode last night, man, like with Unique being dead for the new season 4, like the character brother named Early Tyler that's helping him out, he's saying, listen, man, you got the advantage now because you got the element of surprise. People think you dead, like but you can hit them with they won't see you coming, man. That's always the best way to get the win, man. When people don't see you coming, man, underestimate you, man. Like a lot of times too, it's not even just, that's why even like that's why it even says it in this verse, not to let the mighty man glory in his might. Because a lot of times too, you think this like just being like the most powerful, most dangerous warrior, man. But a lot of times too, people like that you don't see coming, man. They have like rule. They have rule over their spirit, man. They're really, a lot of times too, they're non-violent, man. They're really even wicked. It could be righteously or even wickedly, man. Because like somebody like even talking about the Wire, somebody like Prop Joe is very dangerous. But even Star Wars, like somebody like Emperor Palpatine is very dangerous. Now he can like cause violence physically, but more he's just more master of manipulation, man. So that's it. But even righteously, man, having self-control, man, like that's what Proverbs says he could have control his spirits, but like he that can't control his spirits like a man with like a city where the walls broken down, man. But even Proverbs even says, listen, better than the one that have rule over spirit than the mighty man. Even Ecclesiastes says that, man. So that's just, is what it is, man. That's why like and who else was better than that than Yahushua, man? Because Yahushua, no matter what people, especially the Pharisees and the scribes and like the priests, whatever, they all, when they always tried to tempt him, he was always in the spirit, man. They couldn't get him off his square. So that's just, is what they always do sides in them. So yeah, man. But going back to that, man, you can be the smartest in the room, but that's where, like, but you don't want, like, on the same time you can, like, but it all goes down to humility, man. Because, like, listen, because, like, when you're smartest in the room, like, a lot of times, you can, that's good, but a lot of times with getting people's ways, they're actually very intelligent. At least their downfall is their ego, man. Like, they glory in that, them being the smartest in the room or intelligent, man. Like, then the little side things they get over, or they get got, man, because, like, they miss, like, they get underestimated. But now difference with that is humility, man. Because let's grab this in Ecclesiastes chapter 20 real quick, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I remember watching a clip of Styles P, man, saying, "Listen, man, like, and this is always good, man. It's a glory, man, when people, like, think you're stupid or think you're dumb, man, because, like, even was like my OG, man, like, the job I was working at 2 years ago now. He said, man, he told me, man, one time, because I was working at, like, the apartment complex where my brother lives. I was working there even before he moved in there. Like, all praises to Most High Yahushua that, that I was even working there, because that wasn't the reason why they let him in, but it's a good thing, and that's important. See, but that's importance of having a good name as well. I'm not trying to boast or nothing like that, but I'm saying for y'all brothers and sisters as well, not just me. Having a good name, because it can open doors, like, for other people, not only just yourself, for other people, other your loved ones, man. So, like, that's just a good thing as well. But yeah, so but one of the time he was telling me, when the OGs was telling me, he said, man, because it was like maintenance, porter work, all that stuff. He said, man, half of the stuff I know how to do, but I just play the dummy, man. It's like, they asked me to do, I know how to do it. Nope, I don't know how to do it. I know how to do it, but no, man, because I'm not trying to get got by y'all, man. Y'all not just gonna try to, like, make me do everything, and so I could be cooked, and and not, my pay's not being increased. So I get what he was saying, like, the game he was giving me, man. So that's just what it is. I remember watching a clip of Styles P, man. He said, listen, it's always a good thing when people think you're, like, stupid or dumb, like, not intelligent, not astute, like, not erudite, because you immediately had the advantage on them, man. People not gonna see you coming, man. Just like the perfect, I might use it as a thumbnail. Somebody like, just like the cripple from Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey's character, man. Like, when people think you're like that, when people underestimate you like that, you always have the advantage, man. When people think you're stupid or dumb, you always have the advantage, man. So that's just because they won't see you coming, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, let's grab this too, but also too, like, you just because what, people like that a lot of times don't realize, okay, I can't underestimate them as well. Because listen, I always, like, my people always told me, don't underestimate anybody. Shoot, the word beyond my people and y'all brothers and sisters, people, the word even says that, man. Don't put anybody men above what is written, man. Exactly. Let's grab this real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 real quick. 1 Corinthians 4 and 6. It says, is that it? Oh yeah. Yeah, for 1 Corinthians 4 and 6. And these things, brethren, I have a figure transferred to myself, to Apollos, for your sakes, that ye may learn in us not to think men above that which is written, that one of you be puffed up one against another. So see, kind of, that's what, like, that's more of us in the word, like, and we kind of seen that happen. I ain't gonna go into that, but yeah, you're gonna see that more happening. It has happened. It's gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening, man. So yeah, man, don't ever, because that's why Sirach 1:29 says, listen, don't be prideful, because in the midst of congregation, the Lord will bring you down, man. So listen, man. So, and all that stuff, glory in the Most High Yahushua, and the little small things that He gave me, and He gave you brothers and sisters, or He might give y'all brothers and sisters, or more than me. So that's gorgeous thing that, man. Like, because even on the job, man, like, I always say like this, and I really believe this, man. Listen, I like, no matter how long I've been in said endeavor, man. Like, listen, I like learn from other people, different ways how to do it, man. Do different things, man. Because me working with children, like if a school or after school program or nonprofit is interviewing me, man, me personally, I always say, man, listen, I want to actually learn. I like learning new things, man. I want to learn like your way of doing things as well, man. So it's always good to, because we live in a time period like everybody has to be the guy. Everybody had their own, and there's nothing wrong with having your own business. business, but I'm saying everybody wants to be a CEO, stuff like that. What happens is being a good role player, a good soldier, like, you know, being number 2, number 3, just being that, man, like, you know, doing the dirty work. But, you know, that's just neither here nor there. But that just goes into that 2 Timothy 3 when people are lovers in their own selves, like, it's just, just want the praise and esteem and attention, just want the glory, man. Like, it is what it is, man. But yeah, that's just what it is. What's it go? Oh yeah, Sirach 20 though. It says there's one that keepeth silence. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 20 verse 5, is there's one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling become hateful. So yeah, man, that's just, it is what it is, man. Even that last one, because that kind of goes into people that talk too much. But see, that then this even goes to show you how everything doesn't need to be said. And yeah, that goes into also too, like with that one becomes much babbling, and also too probably like lining up with Proverbs, man. It says nothing worse than a fool that thinks he knows everything. Somebody that just thinks they're so smart, but really it's just like the jack of all trades, but master of none. That type, really, that's the really type is like the the worst. It's like, okay, you're so smart that you're actually dumb, man. It's like, the potential is there, but it's like, wow, we're really. But the reason what gets in the way of that, man, is really own pride and ego, man. Because you can be smart in the room, but me personally, man, I'm just being me, man. Listen, whatever, like, measure that the Most High in your house shall give me, like, especially in the Word, even even naturally, this is my life. Whatever measure you gave me, listen, man, I'm just earth and ashes at the end of the day. It is what it is. But yeah. But verse 7, it says, and a wise man will hold his tongue until he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool regard in no time. So yeah, man, that's a lot of times too. Like, certain times too. Like, those people that are the smartest in the room. They say, okay, I know the answer, but I'm not gonna say it. Like, playing the dummy. Like, all right, nope, I don't. Like, I actually know it the whole time, but you didn't. Yeah, man. That's why and that lines up all what your house shall taught. The judge not according to appearance, man. Don't do that, man. Can't underestimate anybody, man. And that's going to, of course, with matters of sin and controversies and things that you're going to do, and like going to the law. But yeah, man. But even on natural tip, man, yeah, you can't, man. Because yeah. So especially like this too. It's like that. Especially like, especially when people are like trying to do stuff to you, or like, provocateurs, or, agents of chaos, or trolls, or whatever in your life, or this is sometimes jealous or even envious people, man. Because this is one of my favorite scriptures. This goes into, let's get to Ecclesiastes, also known as 36 and verse 20. It says, a forward heart causes heaviness, but a man of experience will recompense him. So what is this going to? People pretty much being people that wish you harm, provocateurs, agents of chaos, trolls, jealous people, envious people, like, just being two steps ahead of him, man. Like, like the brother sent me a firstborn yesterday, man. Like playing chess, man, because like playing chess, me up and playing chess almost 10 years, being 2 steps ahead. Like, me personally, I'm the type to ignore you, man. Because me, like I always say, I don't really even think throughout my life I even had haters. If I did, I didn't really, because I'm the type of listener, I don't even want to know or really care. But if I did, I would ignore it. But even in that certain situations at the job, though, like, I had certain things you had to be 2 steps ahead of them, or like, see the evil and remove yourself. Or sometimes it's like, okay, cool, just think about your next move, man. Like, okay, cool, like, and that's usually the best ways people do that. Like, when people underestimate you, man. A lot of times too, people that have it out for you. One is 2 things, right? Because people have it out for you because they know your potential. Like, they're jealous, envious of you, agents of chaos, provocateurs. Also on the other end of the spectrum, like, it's just like people underestimate you. They think you're stupid, or you're dumb, or like. And now in the middle, they just don't like you, or whatever it is. They do it to everybody. They just like this being agent of chaos and trolls in people's life. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. But like, but all that going into smarts of the room, that just requires, like, humility, man. Like, and yeah, man. And also too, when people try to do that, man, just try to realize that, because yeah, it's it's 2 things can be true. Like the guy said, like, in the video comment says, listen, you don't want to be as smart in the room. Well, you can be smart, but this all ties into humility, man. That's pretty much the thing is like humility. That's all it lines up with, man. Because you can be the smartest in the room, like, because I didn't get the point where he's trying to say, but it's when you glory in it, your ego gets big, you get prideful, and you start to, like, miss small things, man. Like, you start underestimate people, man, and the slightest thing gets you. But also too, like, you can be, but that's where that humility comes in. It's like, okay, because you realize, okay, it's not just all this knowledge and stuff not from me. It's like, from the Most High Yahushua. Even if you outside the word, some people realize there's that humble, like, there's listen, my wisdom comes from God, man. It's come, or even like, they just say there's humble, even they outside the word, they just believe, like, listen, okay, I'm all right. There's like, more people are just more humble like that, man. So I just want to touch on that, man, because it's like, because I feel it's very, 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 very key, man. Sorry, because a lot of times too, like, time is season for anything. Time to respond, time to not. Everything doesn't warrant a response, man. Like, certain. Let's get just Exodus 14:14. Let's close out on this. Like, and holding your peace. That's wisdom. That's wise. That's smart. That's intelligent. That's skill. We're gonna get this Exodus and Job. Exodus 14:14. It says, the Lord shall fight for you, ye shall hold your peace. And let's get this Job 13 real quick. I read this Job 13. I read this Exodus 14 and Job in a while, but all praise to the Most High Yahushua. We're looking at this right now. Job 13:15. Job 13. No, what's that? Job 13 5. I'm sorry. Job 13:5. Oh, ye ought to, that ye will altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. So see, hold your peace, let the Lord fight for you. That's wisdom, that's skill, that's intellect. You don't always have to say anything with the, and that's why it goes there. It goes into the law, in the prophets, and like, Yahushua, the gospel, man. The vengeance is of the Lord, man. Listen, that's why it's not good to get vengeance, because yeah, man, it's like it's like you taking the ball from Jordan or LeBron or Kobe, or when he makes it, I'm kidding, but Kobe in the fourth quarter, or KD or somebody in the fourth quarter, or you try to shoot it, man. No, listen, man. Give it, like, pass it up, man. Listen, that's the thing too with revenge and vengeance, man. Like, get that up to the Most High Yahushua, man. Because listen, what the brother Colin Shalom was saying, on the camp the other day, man. Listen, what the Lord can do to you is way more than, like, I can do to you, man. Shoot, my vengeance, man, it ain't gonna, like, if I were to get one revenge or get vengeance on you, get back, man, it's not gonna be how much the Most High House can do to you, man, because it's terror to, like, fall in the hands of the Lord. But me personally, I try to be like, live by peace with all, man. All people, just be at peace, man. Because that's why I want hopefully, like, for you brothers and sisters, I want this peace in y'all life, man. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all brothers are the same way, man. I want to leave people peace, interacting with peace, with all good. I'd rather be peace, love, and unity like that. But but listen, at the same time, it's a real world out here. Like, it's not all daffodils and dandelions. So, yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. But that ties into the law, man. So yeah, everything doesn't need to be said. It's time to see certain things. Everything don't need to be said. Just hold your tongue, hold your peace. Peep the game. That's it. So that's it, man. So hopefully this is edifying. So peace.